Okay, so today we will be starting on worksheet 11A.2. So 11A.2, right, included some questions, okay, that uses materiality theory. Okay, so this particular theory, I have actually not gone through it before, but some of you already use your memory essence and answered the questions. Okay, so what is materiality theory? Okay, so if you look at your memory essence on page 44, okay, there's this theory here whereby they say if the amount spent on an NCA, all right, is insignificant. Insignificant means that it's not very crucial. Okay, it doesn't make you change your decision. Okay, then if it's insignificant to your decision making, it will not need to be, or it does not need to be reported as an NCA, even though the benefit lasts for more than one accounting year. All right. So an example of this could be your stapler, right? Because if you think about it, your stapler, you can actually use it for a very, very long time, like maybe 5 years, 10 years, all right, even 15 years if you buy a good brand, right? Okay. So, but the amount that you spent on this particular stapler, let's say is only, I think the most expensive could be, I don't know, $5, $7. Would you want to record it as an NCA? Because if you know that if you record something as an NCA, what happens is that you would have to do depreciation. So we talked about depreciation yesterday. Then you have to do all your journals to record your depreciation at the end of each year. All right. You also have to record your net book value, calculate your accumulated depreciation to record your net book value, things like that. Do you want to do that all for a stapler? Okay, so obviously not. Okay, so because it's not significant at all, that $5, $7. All right, so even though the benefit lasts for more than one accounting year, we will classify it as a revenue expenditure. That means we will actually expense it off. Okay, we will record it as an expense, okay, in your statement of financial performance. Oh, sorry, so it's down here. Okay, so it's reported as an expense because revenue expenditure, remember, it is an expense. Okay, so what happens is that, what is the effect of doing this? So you can actually use back the same table. Okay, so what happens, right? Actually, if you record it as an NCA, as an expense, okay, which is like the second part here. So you record it as an expense instead of an NCA. So basically what will happen is that your expense will go up, all right, and your profit will go down. Okay, you won't have so much NCA in a sense. Okay, so somewhat the effect is like that. There's not so much NCA. Your expense will go up, your profit will go down immediately. Okay, by the entire amount because you don't do depreciation. Okay. So 11A.2. Question 1. Name and explain the accounting theory. Okay, so what some of you did, right? Of course, is that you name the accounting theory, which is materiality theory, all right, and you explain it just copying the entire chunk from your memory essence. You could further link it back, okay, and say that the NCA that you're talking about, right, is actually all these small inexpensive tools. All right, so like a screwdriver, okay, you can use it basically forever, right, if you buy a good one. But then you will just expense it off, okay, because it is insignificant to valuing. So you should include these words, right, inside your answer. Okay, then that will make it a better answer. Okay, so include this, then say that it is inexpensive. Okay. All right, so what is the effect of on the following items if Jolene wrongly records the loose tools as capital expenditure? So we know that the loose tools should be recorded as revenue expenditure. So capital expenditure is the wrong item. Okay, the correct thing to record is actually revenue expenditure. This is the This is the correct thing to do. Okay, capital expenditure is wrong, revenue expenditure is the correct thing to do. So if you wrongly record it, your profit for the year, right? Okay, it is actually, it's supposed to go down, okay, but it didn't go down, so it's actually overstated. Okay, because if you think about it, your expenses is understated because you recorded too little of expenses. For your assets wise, capital expenditure is an NCA. So if you record too much of your NCA is basically also overstated. Okay. If you have the amount, you have to state the amount. But this question, they didn't tell us how much the tools are. Okay, so you don't have to. Okay, then the last one, state the effect on the following terms if the loose tools are recorded correctly as expenses. Okay, so if they are correctly recorded as expenses, okay, your expenses will go up. So your profit will go down. Okay, so this one will decreases or decrease. Okay, your expenses, because your expenses will actually increase. Okay, for this one, they never tell us that we are actually doing a correction. So for your assets, right, since basically you're just recording expenses, for this question, right, can you just take note for your assets, right, it's actually no effect. Okay, because you didn't do anything to your expenses. Okay. Okay, so with that, yeah. The rest of the question is quite similar. All right. Okay. So for this materiality theory, right? If you see now when you look at your capital and revenue expenditure, if you see things like, okay, stapler, all right, make sure you record it as a revenue expenditure. So things that are not very expensive, okay, you should record them as a revenue expenditure. Okay, for example, like your, so sometimes you may have to guess a little bit, okay? It's not so clear. So for example, your Christmas decorations, can you reuse your Christmas decorations? Actually possible, right? I actually had this bag of Christmas tree and all the ornaments that I will keep under the bed and then I'll take it out every Christmas. I can reuse it. It can last for more than one accounting year, but the thing is, the amount is very immaterial, insignificant. All right, so for Christmas decorations, even though benefit more than 1 year, all right, we will record it as a revenue expenditure because the amount is very insignificant. Okay, so you do have to take note of the items. Okay, other than asking yourself benefit more than 1 year or benefit within the year. Okay. All right, so that's all for materiality theory. Okay.